You already know. This is your girl, Ooh, Gina, baby.
And it's your boy Swaggy.
And you are now tuned in to Let's Talk About It Reloaded. And today we got a special guest, D Jones, repping North Philly in the building. Yeah. And you know, strong topic, always give him something to talk about. We be right back.
Right away from world.
Strong topic, y'all ready? Let's give him
Yes.
something to talk about, baby. All right, is music your life or is your life your music?
No,
Is music your life or is your life your music?
know what that means, Swag? That means now when I was younger, your music, you speak your life through your music. Today, you have to speak your life, then your music come after. Why is it like this? Why I gotta do all kind of like act content, or I gotta be a content king, all kind of stuff, then I gotta put my music out. Why is it like this?
Times have changed.
Mm. And I
It's
feel
more. It's more outlets.
Yeah, but now
It's more things that get picked up on. It's so
But I
much
think,
things.
but I think this is only for independent artists. If you notice the majors, Drake don't do that. He never did that. If you notice, A Boogie never did that. A Boogie don't. I never seen nothing about him doing anything stupid or some kind of like TikTok. Never see no challenges. A lot of artists don't do this. You don't see Dave East doing that.
Nah, you actually have a point on all that. I really don't see how
Yeah,
most of the
When they
artists
sign-
you name, they don't be on social media.
When they
doing,
sign, niggas do their music and
They do their own
They
thing.
do pictures and they might do a video performances.
because their music
Because-
speak for itself.
Exactly.
Okay, I feel like this because that's not true. The old Drake, and you can't even. I can't even say Drake. Let's just put somebody else out there. Let's just say somebody like a Fab. Let's just use Fab.
Fabulous.
I can't use Drake because Drake came from
Out,
a
like
whole
different
nother,
era.
Yeah, a whole nother level.
But
he was
Fabulous
doing. He was doing shows.
He was from Nickelodeon.
He was an
He
actor
was from
first.
Nickelodeon.
You get what I'm saying? He was already
Yeah.
exposed to so much, so you really can't use him.
Fab is worse too because Fab came from Byron, so that's not gonna help.
No, the reason I want to use Fab is because I feel like Fab, the old Fab and the Fab now is two different people. The reason it is because he's way more popular. He can't do the stuff he was doing before. Like he can't be outside just like chilling and doing stupid stuff. He's not gonna do a challenge. He's evolved too much. You know what I'm saying? When you first coming in the game, you could do all that stupid stuff
Yeah.
you want. If you don't remember, the baby when he first got in the game, what he was doing? He was slapping people. Y'all don't remember that?
Yeah.
But
Him
he's-
and his bodyguard was beating up people. He had
But
3-4 incidents with
but
that.
his music came out first though.
That was all around the
But
same.
he wasn't signed. So of course, what you're saying is leading to my point. When you're
In
not
a sense,
signed,
I guess.
you had to do more than when you are signed.
Well, one thing I'm gonna say, in my era, when I was growing up, this is what I
When
seen.
you're broke when you're not signed.
This is what I seen in the 90s and early 2000s, even though I'm an 80s baby. I watched TRL to get to know people live. You understand what I'm saying? I used to watch MTV
Yes.
to
Yeah,
see
interviews.
Aaliyah's background and what's going on.
Yes.
All I heard was one in a million. I heard their songs. Their songs to me told their story.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
told me about their life. Even though sometimes I was young to understand it, especially some of the things they was talking about, I feel like I had to really like dig. I had to find bios on the people that I really enjoy. Missy Elliott. These was people that didn't have social media. They didn't come up with social media.
And they had a thing on MTV.
Social media actually, to me, changed the whole game.
They had,
Well,
they had behind the music.
Also-
behind the music, they took your documentary and you go behind where you started and what you was before you broke up with your wife. All that drama was in something like that.
Because people told stories.
But that was
back in
after the
day.
music. That's
Like y'all
after
was saying, that people told stories back in the
The
day.
songs nowadays don't tell stories.
The reason they told stories is because there wasn't so many outlets out there back then to
Yep.
tell a story. Now you can see a person's whole life on Instagram right
Yes,
now.
yes.
When I need to listen to your story,
But
for,
you know, but
I can see it on. You
but
get what
I'm
saying?
telling you, if you're signed, first of all, when you're signed, your conduct gotta be different. You can't just do anything you want to do. You're not your own independent. You could do. You're your man.
Yeah.
You yourself. When you're signed, your conduct, because you messing people's money, so you gotta walk a certain way.
Then it also depends on who you sign to and who you are as an artist.
A big
'Cause
label.
somebody
you gotta
for
stop.
like Meek Mills, he made his way. He got signed to Rick Ross. On the whole Rick Ross, he made his own way. Rick Ross really wasn't telling him what to do. He was doing what he wanted to do. He made himself into his own brand, his own label. He started signing his own artists.
But now again,
So not
Rick Ross is not a
necessarily-
major. Rick Ross label signed to him. We discussed that. He's not a major, so he can possibly do. If I had a label, it can still do what they want to do, unless I make some rules. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not big enough to put all kind of millions of dollars in their pocket.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm gonna say, look at a person like Carly B. She actually came up on social media. I got to know her for being very funny and real.
She wasn't
and
a
down to
rapper.
earth on social media before she even started like really going hard. She probably was always a rapper. She probably just wasn't going hard on social media with it.
Yeah.
And then she probably realized, yo, this is really taking me far. And that's when Love and Hip Hop happened. And then her and DJ Self started working together. And then next thing you know, she just blew up.
But
I learned about her and her life first.
Now, Gina,
then I learned about her music.
Now she's actually a social media baby. You wanna know why? Because she didn't display no rap music, nothing. All her stuff came the same time her social media popped. When it popped, then her music popped. It didn't have. Think about it. She had no CDs pushing. No, she had nothing pushing till she got to Love and Hip Hop.
No, I disagree with that. That's totally not true because Cardi B was in strip clubs playing her songs. Her songs were going crazy in the strip club before anybody knew who she was. That's a fact. Starlets everywhere. She was lit. She was a lit stripper before she was this big time rapper.
That goes
it
back.
wasn't like she was a nobody.
Then it goes back to what I was saying.
She was somebody.
And it go back to what I was saying.
That's how she was able to.
Well,
meet.
I said that's how I got to know her. I got to know her off of social media. I didn't get to know her from the strip club because the strip club wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
I didn't hear her music in the strip club because I didn't go to the strip club. I learned about her off of social media.
I know we got to start, but I'm going to say one thing. But then you go back to my point. She was independent. So she got to do that.
Independent artists. They're winning nowadays. Speaking about independent artists, we got Mr. D. Jones in the building. I can't wait for this interview. He's repping North Philly, giving them something to talk about. Mr. Big Lifer. Talk to me nice. We'll be right back. All right, you already know we got D. Jones in the building, a.k.a. Big Lifer, and the Loud Life Entertainment CEO, repping North Philly in the building.
Yeah.
In the building, yeah. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Bless
on,
King.
brother?
Thank you so much for your time. We definitely appreciate you being on Zoom with us on a whole nother city, you heard?
Facts.
All right, listen. We start all our interviews with strong topic, all right? You ready for this? All right. So is your music your life or is your life your music? Is your music your life or is your life your music?
Both.
Both? All right, so listen, I know that you're more of like the traditional kind of person. You want people to hear your life and hear your story and hear your experience through your music, correct?
Yeah.
But nowadays with social media, you can just wake up and show them when you're taking a crap and when you're brushing your teeth and the hard day with your kids, and they can just see it that way.
I don't like that way.
You don't like that way? Tell me why you don't like that way.
Because that way is flash in the pan to me. That way is when you're not interesting no more, your music isn't interesting.
So you wouldn't do a TikTok? Would you ever do a TikTok?
For me to do make a record, like it's a TikTok record. No, I mean if I make a record and somebody find a way to TikTok off of it, I'm aiming to make a record to make a dance to. No,
okay.
I be seeing little TikToks. They be funny. Like I like the funnier ones than people aiming to make a record to catch a dance, and I don't like that.
So you more of showing your talent and showing your music, letting the music speak for itself, basically.
Yeah.
But you don't think with the whole social media platform, they make it just a little bit more easier for people, even though you are more of the traditional way? Like, I'm sure you grew up to your Tupac, your Jay-Z, your Biggies, your Jadakiss. And, I mean, at that time, social media wasn't big at all. You know, you learned about them through their music. You learned what they was in these streets through their music, correct?
Yeah.
And that's what made you like them more.
All right, you got it.
But isn't there some people out that don't go through that same type of platform or that same type of way that still make it? Because, I mean, somebody like, I don't even want to say him because that'd be hard.
God,
it'd be crazy. But he's a one-hit wonder. Well, he's not a one-hit wonder, but he's making a lot of money off of that catchy stuff. I don't want to. I'm gonna say it. Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X. Look how much money and look Look, he's a superstar off of one song, off of one catchy song. He don't have to tell a whole story. So you wouldn't want to go out that way? You said no?
Because after that song, you don't know no other song.
Okay.
He got two. He
said he got two.
What's the other one?
What is the other one? I'm dead. See, like now you on the spot. I'm thinking you about to say 6ix9ine. You sitting here scared to say Lil Nas X?
No, yeah, because he got a lot going on attached to his name right now.
Okay, all right.
That's damn near the same. Them two damn near the same when you from the hood.
Yeah, facts.
Nah, you're absolutely right. Yo, D Jones, you absolutely right on that. But at the end of the day, they did come up off of social media, and it did make them who they are today.
Right.
All right.
I mean, for me, I just say it ain't for me. I don't really want to put you in all my business.
Okay.
Every day, all day. I shouldn't have to.
Nah, you got a point. It's all about how you want to do it. Some people's comfortable with it, some people not. I'm not comfortable with going live and showing people my every second move. But I don't mind doing videos, shaking a little ass here and there, you understand? But it's a little different for me when I'm live. I feel like you're just too in my personal space. That's just too much for the public.
I feel like live is one of those moments that it's like, you just gotta use it. The way to get in tune with the people. So like if you're an artist, you can get like in tune with your. It's like direct. It's direct as some people can get. Imagine if you could have went live with Hove and 9-7.
That's a fact.
That'd be fire.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Imagine if X would have had live, like as much as he used to get in touch with the people to have live, like that would have been amazing, bro.
Well, you just definitely changed my mind on going live now. I'm going live right now with you, D Jones. All right? Can you imagine being on my live while I'm sitting here Zoom with D Jones? You hear me? Nah, so let's...
See, one day you're going to be able to tell somebody, yo, I was on live with that guy, man. I got the proof.
That's a fact. And that day is today. But let's get right into you, all right? So I want you to tell us a little bit about Dave East and the Jadakiss and how y'all came about the whole song with the Wooh. Because, I mean, that's nothing but bars.
Yeah, fire.
He's my man. He's my friend. Like before music, that's been my friend. So
how long has that relationship been going?
More than 10 years.
Okay.
Maybe 15 years, something like that. This was still in high school.
Okay.
So that just we always been friends. He's on my earlier projects. I'm on his first project. I'm on multiple. We on each other projects. We slept on each other mama floor. We still flew up to each other crib and all that.
That's what's up.
That was just.
So it was more like a song. It was more like the song Wooh. Like you put it together and basically they came on as features. It was already set up that way, or like you had the song out and he's like, "Yo, bro, that song is fire."
No, all right. I was working on the tape. What Up, Jonesy, the deluxe. And I knew I wanted to get East on it, so I was looking for a record. I'm like, I want to do something different that we don't usually do. And I did that record. I'm like, yo, this is hard. So I take it over to East session. He was recording at Premiere. I go over to Premiere, play him the record. When I play him the record, Poobs is already there. I'm already, like, me and Jada already building our own relationship and working on our situation. Who was like, yo, you played this? I'm like, I just did this tonight. He like, yes, I'm good on this. Think so? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So like 2 days go by, he hit me up like, yo, what's up with this record? I'm like, I heard you got a record.
It's lit.
Like, oh, yeah. I sent it. He had it for maybe like a couple days. Then he just sent it back. You know, he FaceTimed playing it. I just lost it, like, oh, shit.
I think that's dope that you and Dave East got a bond because a lot of Philly people do mess with New York people. How did that, like, you said, because you grew up in Philly, he's from New York. How did that come about? Like,
through our cousin Freaky, we got a mutual cousin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, listen, shout out to Freaky now. But now, on another note, did you feel pressure doing that song? Seriously, you had Jadakiss and Dave East on top of your lyrics, but it's like with those two lyrical beasts on your song, did you feel any pressure?
Yeah.
No, I already did mine.
Mm-hmm.
My verse and the hook was already laid.
So you never thought about, yo, I might go tweak this a little bit?
Oh, that's cheating.
That's what's up, Jones. I respect it.
So what?
Because it was your part was still hard though. I'm just letting you know that I would just wanted to know for the fans.
East was laid. I took it to Kiss. He did his.
So you from North Philly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is that the same hood as Meek? You from Meek hood?
No, we both from North.
Yeah.
But he's across town.
Okay.
Across Brook. So I'm from 9th. He from 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So y'all run into each other. Y'all used to run into each other.
We came from out the same camp when we was like during the early DVD days. We was in the same camp. Like we ran together. We came up together.
That's a fact. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, D Jones. When I was doing my homework and I seen when y'all was doing a freestyle and y'all was laying the bars down and I seen Meek Mill, the young Meek Mills, and when I seen you come behind him, I'm like, yo, that's North Philly best kept secret.
Fact.
You hear me? I'm gonna give you your flowers now while you here. Because you stand next to some real legendary people.
Yeah.
And I seen even in the interview when someone went to go call you legendary and you were like, nah, I'm not legendary yet. And I respect that because a lot of people already go ahead of their time and they already cocky about it. But the thing is, you really can be and you choose not to and you choose to be humble.
Yeah.
My man was like, yo, you a GOAT? I'm like, no, I'm GOAT-ish.
That's dope. That's dope.
This is a couple more things I got crossed off the bucket list and then I'll accept it. But
well,
now,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Now I just know I'm just working.
Well, how was it growing up in North Philly? Like, you know, it's tough out there, you know, with the gangs, the drugs, you know, and obviously they don't always show us the good part of it. But how was it growing up there and being able to say, I'm D Jones, I'm a rapper, and not D Jones in jail or D Jones doing something else?
I went through that. I just knew that ain't what ultimately that wasn't going to like help me get where I was trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
So I just moving smarter. And I just started taking my career. I looking at it I stopped looking at it like a dream and just something to do. And I started like taking it serious and it started putting me in places. So just growing up in the hood where I'm from, it helps me because it gives me the ability to paint these pictures with these words from things I lived through, things I seen, things I hear.
Yes.
And just being able to move, it's sharks, it's vultures, it's rats, it's clowns. You got to know how to move and to come out of all that. Like, unflawed. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's dope that you're able to paint your picture through your music. I think that's dope because, like we were saying earlier, there ain't too many artists that do that anymore. So it's dope that you still doing that. And, you know, we look forward to hearing a lot more dope stuff from you.
On top of you saying you had opportunities, Snipe, you had the Snipe commercial. Can you talk to us, you know, touch on that real quick? Tell people what that is because it is the largest sneaker company in Europe, correct?
Yeah.
Hi, that's your shoulders on. Look how humpy is.
That's big.
You on your thing.
So touch on that. I want to know more about that. How did that even come about?
Shout out Meek, shout out Snipes. Just working, being in the right place and being the right person to the right people. Like friend of mine got in a position where he could just make a phone call. Shout Bully out, my man Bully. Bully got in a position where, you know, a couple people owed him a favor and it was, I need an artist for Philly. He was like, yo, D Jones. And I got there and it was Meek. It was Meek, you know, commercial was based around him. A couple other signed artists. One of the Meek artists, Diamond Street King, at the time was there. It was a cipher.
But at the end of the night,
I did the cipher. And I seen the commercial, I seen pieces of it. Like on Instagram, and I never caught it in the store. And the first time I seen it in the store, I was on tour. I was in Paris. I'm in the train, and I see the Meek part, and I'm looking like, I wonder if they gonna play that. Then they played a whole commercial, like, and then I heard myself rap and everything. I'm like, yo, out of everybody that did the commercial, they used my verse.
Yes.
This is crazy. Like,
yes.
That's
people
fire.
in the store start looking like, that's you. Security nigga like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. That was a moment. At that moment, that was one of the moments I felt like, yo, this is my iconic shit. People start getting a little around, like in the store, like, yo, that's you. Hey, come here. Security guy grabbed me like, no, come on, we have to go. I'm like, oh, this is...
I used to call this place here the trap, 'cause of the streets, the struggle, the hustle. Soon enough, the system too. Thought I was cornered for life. Truth is, it takes a trap to show you how far you can really go. This is North Philly. When shit go down, we just raise each other up. We always got each other backs. 'Cause what I realize is, you can't take our voice. You can't keep us quiet.
F1 to granny dishes, but we need ones for the mission. I'ma set it straight when the check cut. I'm cutting next 'cause I'm next up. I would say we come through like, but they ain't seen nothing like us.
They try to trap me, they gon' have to trap all my people too. We from North Philly, these streets made us all. I go by the name of Meek Mill, and you can't stop us.
What's the odds when they open up their first store in America that they'll open up their first store in Northeast Philly? Like what's the odds the biggest selling sneaker company in Europe open up in your hometown?
I'm just happy that I was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Even a small part. I'm just glad I had a part. Because when you go back and look at it, you'll see it like, that's D. Jones, yo, you've been doing shit. I just be trying to get my man.
So I know that you and Meek Mills definitely have a good relationship, obviously, because y'all from the same hood. How do you feel about Meek Mill in 2021? You know, a lot of people try to say, like he don't come back home, he don't give back to his hood, or they don't stand by him. And I just feel like, when the higher you go up, you're always going to get haters.
Yeah.
Is your love still the same?
Yeah, I don't have no malice at all. Every time I see him, it's love. I don't know, people be going through their own things. Like, people be having their own relationships and they go wrong. So, I don't know, our relationship ain't that way. Like, it's mutual respect, mutual love, from the same city, come from the same.
I respect that.
Little pit as a kid trying to get to it. And now we run into each other on these at certain platforms and love.
But being that you know him, do you feel like it's more of a goal for yours to be signed to him?
To me?
Yeah. Because, I mean, you from, meaning like you from his neighborhood, you're his boy, y'all went to camp together, like.
I'm so raspy.
But do you feel like do you feel like, you should be destined to be there?
Heck no, he like, I'm doing my own thing.
I mean, because people might view you, being that y'all know each other, y'all both from North Philly, that you should be signed there. You know what I'm saying? How do you... Would
you even prefer to be signed, or do you comfortable as an independent?
Yeah, as an independent.
And
what do you have to say about people saying that? Or feeling that way?
It's different. Everybody's business is different. Right now, I'm signed to Kiss.
Yeah.
So... That's what I'm focused on. So
all right, well, talk to me like talk to me about being signed to Kiss. You hear me?
Nah, but you from North Philly, so you would think that people would think that
he would
supposed
be more,
to
that he
be
would gravitate more to Meek
more
Mills.
than Meek. Like,
but he would.
I don't think that worked though. I don't think it worked. I don't know. I don't think because our goals is the same.
Yeah.
We came up aiming towards to get around the same people. So
yeah.
I don't know how it would work.
Well, speaking about deals, you turned down so many deals.
Yeah.
The research wise, what made you sign a Kiss?
A conversation we had. He understood like what I was trying to do. He understand like how I'm trying to do it, where I'm coming from, and he appreciated it, and and I understand what he trying to do, and sorry about that, I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, listen.
I understand what I'm trying to do, and it just worked. It was just like, yo, I can show you the way, or I can take you the way.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I
was thinking about it like, all right, 25 plus in the game, still at the top, relevant, top 5, nobody argues. No brainer to me. I'm a rapper.
You feel like you got to be more on top of your game now that you signed to like one of the best lyricists in the world, in the game?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of,
That's
because
dope.
Swaggy over here is a bit team Dipset. He's like one of the Jim Jones besties, just to let you know, hint, hint. And we know that you got relations with Kiss, so you gotta tell me how you felt about that versus real quick. Let's just dab on that. What was your insight on that, please? Real D Jones, real.
I was going for Dipset.
Yeah.
Oh, real. That's what's up.
Listen. I was going for Dipset to win 3 rounds max. I told my man, I said, yo, they're going to win 3 rounds max. And here's why I said that.
Only 3?
Yeah, and this is why I said that. Chemistry. They don't have this. The chemistry is different. They don't have enough records together that was standing.
Okay.
So it's going to go into a 2 Cam records that's going to maybe sneak by, and a Jewel's record that's going to sneak by.
He's absolutely right.
What I didn't expect the freestyles and
that's what took it to a different level. That's what took it to a different level. Once he started doing the freestyles, it was over.
It was.
Everybody said hands down.
But my favorite part is, once again, let's go on back to social media. Let's go back to the strong topic: is music your life or life your music, right? Jadakiss ain't into all that social media. He ain't into all that back and forth like Styles and Jim Jones was doing on social media, right? He proved it on the stage when he was talking his ish. You hear me? He was making points.
Yeah.
He was making points.
We had a show. It's so raspy, like a show together. And my DJ couldn't get there. And the records he sent was like TV tracks with the words on. Like, it was just a track. Like, I rocked it. He was like, yo, you rocked it, but don't perform with the words ever. It's like, the way you rap, like, you don't need the backup words. Once you do it there, it's going to touch the people different. When he came off the stage after doing it, I was there. When he came off the stage, he said, you see why I told you that? I said, yeah. I never use the words again.
That's what I'm saying. That night was lesson learned for a lot of rappers, not even just New York, not even just Philly. I think all over the world, that really set a tone. And not throwing shade at Dipset at all, but Jadakiss stated, I'm not throwing no jabs at them, but Jadakiss stated facts from New York with that raw rap. Yeah. Like, we rap on a beat. We don't rap on our words. And that was just his point. And I think for anyone going forward, Dipset is setting, like, they're good. You understand what I'm saying? I just think for anyone going forward, he set the record. He set the tone. Yeah. You can't tell me Jada ain't set the tone.
Yeah, he did.
Dipset, I feel like Dipset and the chemistry was what killed them, because they wasn't together as far as music. I don't know where they was at. Like, it was at times they was using 2 good records at one round. Like,
yeah,
they hit them shots.
If you was in the building, you would have saw it. Everybody was just having fun. For me, it was amazing. They did it for hip hop.
If that was a concert, that was the best concert.
Yeah, the best concert ever.
But we can go on and on about verses, but we're going to get right back to you, King. All right, so you're going to tell us about the visual for Back to Back. Can you tell me the concept and everything behind that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, 90 from the BX.
Okay.
Yeah, 90 from.
Shout out to 90.
We got a joint tape we did, Life of an Icon. They got a studio out there, Truth.
Mm-hmm.
I was recording there. And I just heard his music. I just fucked with his vibe. And he like me, like, he playing his cards until his hand come. He not like overshooting it. And I'm like, yo, man, let's just do a tape, bro. Like the energy right.
Mm.
And the tape came out smoke, like the tape hard.
Right.
And we did a back-to-back record.
Mm-hmm.
The video was like a little movie. That joint's so crazy.
Nah, the video was crazy.
Whose song was it first? Who came up with the song first? But Back to Back.
We did the tape. We actually, it's what is it, 8, 7? I think only 2 records was brought. Like, I had a record, like, yo, jump on this. We're going to put this on the tape. And he had a record, like, yo, get on this for the tape. But everything else we did together.
Yeah, did
like,
together.
Okay.
Pick the song, everything.
We'd go for a session. He'd go through all his beats. He'd be like, yo, I fuck with this beat. Throw a hook on this. And I go through my beats until we got the tape done.
That's dope.
So y'all did like a Kanye, Jay-Z type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty dope. I like that. And you know, all night I was sitting here practicing. My boy's gonna laugh at me. Loud Philly 4. Wait, help me say it.
Loudadelphia.
Loudadelphia.
It's Philadelphia, but instead of Phil,
Loudadelphia. That Loudadelphia, what I'm trying to do now. All right, so tell us, I know that dropped of April this year. Tell us about the feedback on that.
That's just a tape. Loudadelphia is like my personal mixtape I do for the city.
For the streets.
Like I loaded up with artists from the city and I just push it like that. I hope that's something I could do forever. Like, no matter how high I go, like I the ultra superstar, and I still do it. You know, I'm doing a lot of Duffy 11. I'm going back and finding out who hot in the city over here in South Philly. And I hope it be one of them. But right now, I just reached out to. I got some of the city legends, some of the up and coming artists, some of the artists that's on fire now, some artists you may never heard of. But it's a dope project. The whole tape, like, you wouldn't listen to it and be like, oh, this is Philly. No, it's like, it's a project.
Do you feel like that's a responsibility of yours, that if you make it to come back and take care of the city? Because a lot of people don't come back to their neighborhoods or their cities and take care of the artists there. Do you feel like that's something that you pride yourself on?
No, I feel like I pride myself when I gotta come back and take care of my people. Take care of everybody. But I can take care of my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that I know, the people that in the area that I come from, I could do that. And then after that,
you could take care of the city. Yeah, okay.
First, I gotta take care of my people.
I respect that response. He's not even saying here like, yo, I'm not trying to be Superman, save the whole world. I at least want to try to save my community and save my people.
I at least hold my community. My community hold down. Like, that Whoa video.
Yeah.
Woo, yeah. We seen.
It wasn't cop, security.
Nothing?
Wasn't nothing. It was people out there that hated each other. But that night right there, nothing. Nobody argued. Nobody fought. Nobody looked at each other funny. Everybody was drinking, partying, in the video, wasn't in the video, just riding by. People just riding by, playing the song.
It was a cool vibe.
That's dope.
Chill vibe.
That's dope.
And we talking about Philly, okay?
Word.
I'm talking about the heart, the dark, where it's dark at the heart. We started on the block, and then we walked to the gas station. That's like a 4 or 5 block walk, the whole neighborhood.
That's dope.
Like,
well, one thing I'm going to say, I was snooping on your website, whatsupjonesy.com, for your merchandise and music as well, right? Did I promote that correct?
Yes.
All right, and I seen a little birdie saying you might be going on tour.
Yeah.
I hear in the U.S. and Europe.
Yeah, we was on tour in Europe right before the corona, right before it hit. We had just came back on break. So hopefully things go right, I'll be back on tour like end of this year, but I don't know how that go. I'm about to have my first kid. So.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
What? That's a round of applause. All right, D. Jones, we got some surprising news on SIHH Radio. Talk to me nice.
That's dope.
You know the gender yet?
Got a little boy.
Oh, you got a young king coming? I don't know about that touring either right now. No. But all right, so listen, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to thank you so much for your time. Yeah. We appreciate you, King. And like you said, you're not legendary, but in our eyes, you definitely are. All right, yes, you're just a humble king about it. All right, gang, you already know. Shout out to D. Jones. You heard?
Bitch, I'm acting new. Yeah. I'm in the gym on your bitch. I want the coupe. Yeah. I ran it up till a dealer I need two.
Tell me what we here for, man. Next, Jones.
Time for a nigga, but she on TikTok. And fuck them hoes, they ain't give me nothing like my dick route. Big life, man.
You already know what we on.
Yeah. Big life. Yeah. Down here, they can't. Nah. You know how it go.
Got performance. Twitch, live stream.
Idols, all of you are rivals. Yeah. Nigga, I'm like my Jones, so raspy, let's get it.
Yeah, fire.
Big life.
What up? So raspy. Twitch.
D. Jones is
down out here, they couldn't move me. No. You know how it go.
You got mine?
Huh?
Listen.
Huh? 10 toes down out here, they couldn't move me. They got quiet, this the best part of the movie. Lost my chains in the ocean, acting loosely. All my exes saying they want the new me. 10 toes down out here, they couldn't move me. They got quiet, this the best part of the movie. Lost my chains in the ocean, acting loose. All my exes saying they want the new. Bitch, I'm acting new.